The market finished mixed last week. My small account recovered a bit. How did you do? This is an update on my small account that generates cash flow every week no matter what the market does. Even when the market falls and or my account wavers a bit, I still get income or cash flow. If you only have a small amount to invest and you don't want to wait years to see gains, and you definitely don't want to lose money, there is a way to use your small account, let's say $3,000 to $5,000, to guarantee income right away in the stock market by selling covered calls and naked puts like I do. This method does not only guarantee cash flow or income, it can also beat the S&P 500. So far in 2023, my small account is up 24.22% versus 11.78% up for SPY and S&P 500 ETF. That's a difference of 12.44%. I am beating the S&P 500 by about 12.5%. Last week I sold option contracts on 4 positions. They were 4 calls that ranged from $5.34 to $25.34. I don't use charts. I don't use fundamental analysis. I don't use indicators, and I don't use signals. And I definitely don't sit in front of a computer screen all day to watch the market. I simply choose a stock from my watch list. Now, I do have 5 criteria for choosing stocks to go on my trading list. I will not reveal what my criteria are, but if you examine my list, you may be able to figure out the criteria for yourself. I choose the stock option based on whether I own the stock or I would like to own the stock. I choose a strike price, an expiration date, a bid, and I submit a limit order. Then I wait for execution. If the sale does not execute, I may change my order or wait until the next day to submit a new order. Last week, for example, on Tuesday, I sold a call for $15.34. On Thursday, I sold another call for $25.34. And on Friday, I sold 2 calls, one for $13.34 and one for $5.34. That's a total of $59.36, which is not a lot of money, but the account is small. And $59.36 in cash flow was 1.48% of my account value. Week by week, the small amounts add up. Even if I made as little as 1% cash flow every week, which is easy to do. After a year, that would be 52% in cash flow. Additionally, even when the market does not do well, my account can still go up and I still get cash flow. Last week, for example, my cash flow was 1.48%. The market change for the S&P 500 was minus 0.68%, and my account went up 5.03%. If you want to increase the amount of cash flow, just use a larger account. For example, to 10x the cash flow to $593.60, instead of selling one of everything I sold, sell 10. This money is free and clear. You can take it out of your account and spend it, or leave it in to build your cash balance. The caveat: there are dozens, hundreds of different investing and trading strategies. And because each person applies a given strategy somewhat differently, there are millions of strategic applications and possible outcomes. And guess what? They all work. They are all good with the right stock and at the right time. The hard part is applying the right stock at the right time for a given strategy. If your strategy does not beat the S&P 500, you are not only wasting money, you are also wasting time. And beware of back testing and fantastical gains from strategies that are possible but not probable. That is, they can happen, but 9 times out of 10, and even 99 times out of 100, they don't happen. And cherry pick data can pass any back test. This strategy, however, is guaranteed to produce cash flow immediately and every week that it is applied. However, it does not guarantee the amount of cash flow from week to week, nor the value of your account. The amount varies and the account value varies. Despite the variations in amount and value, though, the goal is to generate cash flow and beat the S&P 500. Please recognize that most professional money managers and their strategies do not consistently beat the S&P 500. They usually lose, and they lose by a lot. Anyone can learn how to do this particular strategy with the right knowledge. There are many books and videos available to you to learn how to invest, trade, and or generate cash flow. Your results will differ, of course, depending on what stocks and options you use. What is your strategy? Do you know how to produce cash flow every week and beat the S&P 500? If you don't want to read the books and or watch the necessary YouTube videos, or you have read the books and watched a ton of videos and you simply must be tutored or coached, then you can find your way to the Southside School of Financial Freedom webpage to sign up for a free 30-minute consultation. In the meanwhile, to see how my small account performs against the S&P 500 from week to week, please like, share, and subscribe.